Hi, Jackie Tomes here, the property strategist. Now, let's talk about building an amazing business. And in order to do this, we're going to need to draw a graph. Obviously, as all good tutorials do, have a diagram. Right, so let's go with this here. So if we are trying to build the perfect business, there's a number of different facets that you've got to have in place to make sure that you can generate cash, enough cash to support the business so that it can run and kind of grow by itself, enough to support your lifestyle. And we also want to make sure that you don't have to be there all the time doing stuff that you don't want to do, so there's got to be systems in place, and so that you can do other stuff in life that you love, like spend time with your family or go on holiday or give back to charitable causes or whatever, and make sure that you can do the tasks within the business that you do actually love. So along this top axis here, a few different elements. Number one, time. Priority time. Number two, money. And number three, effort. So along this axis here, the more higher up here we are, the more time, money and effort has gone into something. And then along the bottom here, actually that shouldn't necessarily have this arrow going this way, but there are 5 key areas that we need to be focusing on in our businesses to make sure we're building something that will give us freedom, time, money to be able to do the stuff that we want to do. So we have got F is for finance. I'm going to write that down. Bossy again, always bossy. I'm bossy even through the airwaves. Finance. O is for operations. T is for team. M is for marketing. And S is for sales. Now, you might label these differently within your business, but overall, you need to have those 5 facets, those 5 kind of departments within your business. Now, an ideal business, what we want to have is across finance, operations, team, marketing and sales, we want to have complete, equal time, money and effort spent on each of them. I hope that's a straight line. I promise you I'm not drunk. That is meant, let's say that's a straight line. That's meant to be a straight line. Okay, cool. So that's what we're aiming for. So if it's completely balanced across all of these areas, we have got, we're managing the financial health of the business well, so that we've got enough data to feed into all the other departments to make sure we're making good decisions and make sure the business is healthy financially. Really important. Operations, making sure we've actually got the systems in place to deliver on the promises that we make to potential clients within our marketing. T is for team, your lovely team of people who will support you across all areas of the business. Now, there is overlap across these 5 different areas. So your team within your marketing department, your team within your finance team department, people who are actually delivering operationally on the service that you're promising. So team across all different areas. Marketing, how you're actually attracting your potential clients to you, and sales, how you're actually making sure that those potential clients don't just come and talk to you and then just disappear. You actually want to take potential clients and make sure that they are the right people so that we can work together and go and make some money. Cool. Hope this is all making sense. Now, that's the ideal business. Completely balanced across effort, time, investment across all of those areas. Now, what's the actual reality that I generally see? Is not that, for one. First of all, I do see a lot of not a lot of time, effort and money going into finance, operations and team, but loads more comparatively within marketing and sales. Now, that would mean that you're out there generating a lot of leads. Great. You're out there getting people who say they actually want to work with you, they want to part with their cash, they want to buy a property from you, give you a sourcing fee or joint venture together, whatever it may be. Brilliant. But what's the problem here? You haven't got the operational infrastructure in place to actually deliver on the promises that you've made to get people to sign up and want to work with you. Or you haven't got the people in place to help you to do that either. So you're probably working really damn hard, getting cash in the bank, but you're going to have people who are going to get angry at you. I was going to swear then, but I was going to get angry at you. And you're not managing the financial health of the business at all. So the decisions you're making here are not in the context of the financials of the business. Not good. Okay, so that's one example. Let's do another one. So if you had, let's have a spike like this, because I think it's quite often that there will be very little focus on finance, operations and team, but you could have a big spike here in marketing and nothing in sales. So what's happening here? If you are the sort of person who goes to a lot of networking events, or you know someone who does, and they go to a lot of networking events, but they're not entirely sure who they're looking for when they're going there. They're building a good persona for themselves and raising their profile, but not necessarily in relation to anything. Perhaps they haven't got a clear business model, and they're just out there generating loads of exposure for themselves, but not actually really making any money. So this is exhausting. So if you feel like you're like going to loads of networking, throwing yourself out there, and yet you still feel broke, this is probably why, because you're too much focused on like building your brand and not enough focus on actually converting people into clients, if you even know who those clients are, and definitely no focus on delivery. So that could be you. What else? Those are two quite common ones I see in property. Another one would be, let's have a look like this. Nothing in finance, big spike in operations. That looks a bit rude there. Sorry about that. And then quite flat across the rest. So what's this, apart from looking quite rude? It is someone who loves systems. So if you're a systems person, then it may be that you want everything to be in place before you do anything. You want all your ducks to be in a line. You want to know exactly the process that everyone's going to go through. And you are kind of more of a probably get perfect first person, which obviously has its upsides, but the downside is you've probably got some wonderful systems all set up. Maybe you've got a lovely CRM system or a lovely process that potential investors will go through. But the problem is no one even knows you exist, and you're definitely not generating any money. So you are just really someone sitting at a computer creating loads of stuff, but loads of systems, and when you throw some marketing and sales through it, you'll be able to really deliver well on what you promise. But the problem is you've got no money coming in, so you can't really afford to keep ploughing time, money and effort into systems. So my point of this is, and I've given you probably the three most obvious examples, or not obvious, most consistent examples that I see. I don't really see anyone focusing purely on finance. And by finance I mean like the financial reporting and measurement for your business. I don't just mean like going out and raising finance. I mean like how much profit are you generating? If you put X amount into marketing, how much does that generate in terms of leads and of sales? Like that's measuring everything. Does that make sense? I'm talking to myself. I don't know why I'm asking if myself if it makes sense, because it does to me. And T for team, what generally happens, for example, let's go back to this option here. The first one we did. So there's a real focus on marketing and sales. So this person, this business is just literally, they're going for it. They're a great networker. They're good at sales. They're converting clients in, but they're not focusing adequately enough on the operational side or on the actual having the people there to support them. So this will probably lead to burnout, and it will mean that they've got so many clients, they've promised all these massive things, and they're like, oh my god, I can't deliver. So you know what, I just got to hire someone. So because it's like a snap rush to hire, you rush out and hire someone, but you're probably going to hire the wrong person because you're doing it in a hurry, because you've just created a big problem for yourself by just driving out marketing and sales. So some food for thought there, I hope, across finance, operations, team, marketing and sales. If you can balance your efforts and your time across those 5 areas, you can probably go a bit slower, but you ultimately build a more sustainable business that can attract great clients, deliver a great service and get consistent clients coming through, and actually scale sustainably. So go out there and be consistent across those 5 areas. Thoughts, comments, questions, please comment below. Bye for now.